From the After 9 podcast studios, this is After 9 with Scott and Kat.
Happy motherfucking Friday!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to After 9. Scott, Kat, and Dave Blezard joins us in studio.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Dave.
I hear we're doing something a little different to start.
We have to start with an apology. Kat voluntold you to do this.
Yeah, and I'm not, okay, Kat's going to have to explain it.
Okay, you explain.
Do you want to explain it?
I can do it if you want.
You do it, because I'm ashamed.
I find it hilarious.
I still feel awful.
Should I do the apology first and
Yes,
then explain?
do
Okay,
that.
so we have to start the pod by saying we are sorry to Clive Owen.
I love him as an actor.
Clive
I
Owen.
think he's a fabulous actor.
He was in Sin City.
He's so good.
Great actor.
Yeah.
And why are we apologizing to Clive Owen?
Because on the pod, we had fresh new allegations surrounding the Diddy thing. And one of the names that was heavily implicated was record producer Clive Davis.
I screwed up McClyde's and I started to talk shit about Clive Owen.
Oh, no, really?
For the record, I don't think Clive Owen touched any kids or drugged anyone.
Is that the branch you're willing to go out on?
I'm pretty sure Clive Owen's an innocent party in all this, but I don't know, and that's not the Clive we were talking about anyway. So Clive Owen, we apologize.
We're sorry, Clive Owen.
Yeah. Clive Davis, you can go right
Ooh.
jumping away.
That's right.
Oh, my gosh. What a brutal scene.
I have been fascinated and intentionally not talked to you about this. You went for that head massage the other day. Okay,
my
before
God.
you do this,
All right.
don't ruin this for me, After 9 people, because there's been various times over the years where we talked about something and there's such a massive audience that after I talked about it, I couldn't use it anymore. Best example I can think of, Christmas time. The very first year they did Christmas at Mountsburg Conservation Area.
I remember this. Yeah,
You were on the air with
totally.
me in Toronto.
Totally.
And we talked about it. Hey, I went on this weekend to Mountsburg Conservation Area. Great experience. They take you on a horse-drawn wagon ride out to Santa's cottage in the woods, and you interact with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and there's reindeer,
That's
and it's
cool.
amazing.
You make cookies, like all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great.
So I talked about with this great experience that I had. Lo and behold, was that 15, 20 years since we talked about that? I can't get in.
It's always packed.
Freaking busy. Ever since we talked about it on After 9, that I can't even get in, and I started it.
You shot yourself in the foot, in other words.
Yeah.
I totally did.
Got it.
That's why sometimes I'm afraid to give away hacks. Like
Yeah.
if I park downtown,
Yep.
I don't want to tell people where I park because I'm afraid that I'll go and it won't be there anymore.
That's right. Yeah. If you get a good downtown parking spot, don't tell a soul.
Yeah.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
No. You
Yeah.
keep that for yourself.
Keep that to yourself. Yeah.
So Dave went for a Thai head massage. Is that what they call it?
Well, Ty never came into it.
Okay.
It was just.
It's not about race, Scott.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd have to make it about this, but all right. I don't see
Welcome
the world
to the
that-
racist section of After 9.
I don't see the world like that.
I
Scott.
thought it was a Thai head massage. I thought that's what
I
they
think
called
that's
it.
the style. I think that is one of the ways that they do it. I think it's one of the styles. But yeah, went to this place that. Do you want me to tell you what it looked like?
Sure.
I'm
Okay, tell
curious
us
because I'm
everything.
already booked in for this. Like,
Oh, you
Are you
booked?
ready?
yes.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
smart.
I told
Do
you, my
it
friend
before
told me-
we talk about it because you won't get an appointment.
I
after.
can't.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I know this is what's going to happen.
Well, can I just first of all say all week long, since I guess it was last Thursday that I mentioned it on the pod, I have had at least every day 5 to 10 people
Wow.
DM me and say, what was the name of that place you went to? What was the name of that place you went to? So I'm going to start lying and telling people it was Moose Winooski's or something. I need them
Try
far.
the wings.
Yeah, I need them far. And if you go to Moose Winooski's and you ask the server for a head massage,
where's my head massage?
They might toss you out. But anyway, I get there and I walk in the building and the sign for the business is just like taped to the door.
Oh.
So I went, uh-oh.
What have I signed up
What am I
for?
walking into? So it was a quiet sort of nondescript hallway. You walk up a set of stairs, like picture an office building.
Okay.
And you walk up the stairs. And so the other business that's on that floor is, I guess, a bridal dress shop or something like that. And so everything's closed and dark. It was like 6 o'clock at night. All I see as I get to the top of the stairs is a giant mannequin wearing a wedding dress.
Wow.
So I was like,
am I in the right place?
well, I tell you, I walked down to the door of the salon or the spa and I was like, is this the spot? And I walked back out because I wasn't sure. And then I went back and I went, oh yeah. So I just looked at him like, is this the spot? And she's like, yeah, come in. So I was like, oh, all right, cool. I'll tell you this, it's not a special fancy looking spa.
There's no salt rock cave or
no,
none
like
of that
there's
stuff?
not like there's nice
Okay.
quiet calm music playing and stuff like that. So it's like 4 beds essentially, and they're all divided by curtain and divided, every bed's divided into its own separate space, and every bed has all these apparatuses that you put your head into that they do the massage with and everything, and water comes out from places
You get wet.
well, you don't get soaked or anything, but they use water as part of the massage.
Oh.
And they also clean and exfoliate, and
They'll
they,
shampoo and there's hair treatments
Yeah.
too that you can add. You can add stuff to the package.
but it was all like
I'm doing one.
I did face and shoulders and hands and everything
Yeah.
like that too, and it was unbelievable. Like they start with the little roller thing. It's freezing cold, and it had like peppermint on it, and you could feel it like right away on the skin.
Was it like rose quartz? The rose quartz roller? You don't know. Okay, keep going.
Sounds like a
What,
thing.
what are you talking to him about? He doesn't fucking know.
I'll shut up now.
So
keep going.
basically, like I laid down, closed my eyes, and was like, I don't care what this place looks like. This is heaven. This is fantastic. I was so happy.
Did you fall asleep?
I didn't fall asleep, but I got very, very relaxed. Like super, super. Like when I woke up, I was like, I could go to bed.
Really?
Yeah.
Someone commented,
And then I went to go see Simple Plan right after.
Oh,
which is amazing.
Talk about a juxtaposition, right?
Somebody said that it was actually they should charge more. And I don't want to put
No.
any ideas
No,
in the
no.
business's mind, but like, did you?
Your prices are too high now. You should lower them for me.
But someone did say they think it should be.
It is cheap.
Yeah,
It is cheap.
that's what they pretty much
For
said.
what you're
For what
yeah,
you get.
Yeah, and it really is it's a nice, relaxing experience that I cannot wait to go back to.
Is this could this replace a traditional massage, or is this like go for a regular massage, then get a head massage,
Yeah.
and you're going to be the ultimate in relaxation?
I'd say you need to do both depending on what you are going for. Like if you have a back issue or something's you have a knot in your back or something, the head massage obviously isn't going to help. But I would combo it if you could.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Now I will say this with the spa, it wasn't like an RMT.
Oh, so you can't put it on your benefits.
I didn't. I don't think you can.
I don't think you can.
But I think it's just a.
Did you lie? Because I do that.
Yeah, I won't do it. No, can't do that.
Just make up the name of an RMT and assign them a number. Nobody's going to double check.
You're like Ronald McDonald Thompson, RMT.
You're not lying. It was an RMT.
yeah, exactly. It was awesome though. Like they do, if you look it up, like the head massage spas or any of those kind of places, they all seem to have the same thing that everyone goes, ooh, what was that like? And it's the little water ring. So it looks like a halo, and it's water that
Oh, that
kind of
feels so good.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah. It shoots water from every different direction. And it kind of like, so if you're laying flat on your back and you picture your eyebrows as like the end of it, and then it goes back to like the top of your head, and then back to your eyebrows and back to the top of your head. But the water's going all the way around your head. So it feels like an incision. Like it feels like the water has cut your head open.
It's
It
scalping
hasn't.
you.
Yeah, it does. But it doesn't. It's just, the reason it feels like that is because then the water moves up and it feels like your head's going with it. It is so,
Wow.
It's so nice though. It's like I say that and it makes it sound like my head's coming off, but it was fantastic. And then they get underneath, and I'm sure with long hair, there's going to be a lot more that they're going to do with it, kneading it and pulling on it and stuff like
Kneading
that.
it.
Pull my hair.
Treat me like dough.
Like, no, there doesn't have to be anything sexual about that. Like that's a good feeling. Get that pull on the hair.
Throw some flour on me and pop me into the oven. I'm like, excuse me, miss?
I'm a yeasty.
Okay, so
Yeah.
highly recommended, I'm hearing from
No,
you.
it sucks. Don't
Awful.
go. It's awful. Not worth it. Not in the slightest.
We need more places to do it. It's hard to find.
Yeah.
I found the place only because I had to go through your Instagram to find it, but not everybody offers this. This is in Kitchener that you went, right?
Yeah, the one I went to is in Kitchener. There's a few that are in different spots, but I honestly had never looked into it before this one, and I haven't looked into a lot more since.
Got it.
So if they're not popular, they will be.
Got it. It's going to be the next big thing, I think. If you get a head massage like that, it's an hour?
This one was an hour, yes.
Wow.
You can do 30, 45 minutes. Like, I'm sure you could probably do 90 if you wanted to. But, like, I've always loved the feeling, like the pressure. I always said I could put my head in a vice and just let it squeeze my head, and it would feel relieving to me.
Really?
But, yeah, my head, like, is always feeling like it's full.
That's because you don't settle down. You're constantly on the
Well,
go.
there is that too. Yeah.
So Kat has actually, don't even talk about length because Kat ruined me. Kat said to me once, if you go for a 90-minute massage, you'll never be able to go back to a 60-minute massage.
It is true.
It's true.
God, it's blowing through these benefits way too quickly.
I know. That's the downside. I understand. I know.
And can I just do a shout out to my RMT? I'm not going to mention her by name, but because I want to be able to get to see her again. She doesn't do the head massage stuff. Everything else just fantastic. So this is a nice combo. And I want you to, I'm not cheating on you with the massage. This is just the head.
Sounds like you are.
Baby, this is just the head.
It's just the head, just to see how it felt.
Yeah, it was just
the
head.
I won't go back.
Yeah. That doesn't count,
Okay.
right? It's like there's an Outcast song, and there's a little sketch at the beginning, and it's Andre 3000 talking to God, and he's like, I've always been faithful, except for that one little time in Japan, but that was just head. And he's like, and head don't count, right, God? And then it's like this imaginary conversation, and he goes, thanks, God. I knew you'd understand.
Oh my God.
That's good. Okay, let's get to it here. Kat, we discussed this on the radio show. I haven't even run it by you yet. Where were you and how old did you feel yesterday when the news dropped that Eminem is about to be a grandfather?
Yeah, that was...
Holy crap.
That was one of those... You remember we were talking about time on the pod?
Yeah.
That was one of those ones where I was like, yeah, I guess time's a thing, isn't it?
Mixed emotions. You wonder, I feel like it won't, but you wonder if it's going to soften Eminem up was one of the comments that I saw. And I'm thinking, you know what? Probably not. Like, I think that obviously he's going to love his grandchild. He obviously loves his daughter so much. She was about to have a baby and it's exciting. But I'm wondering what it's going to be like when that grand kid grows up a little bit and starts to learn a little bit about what grandpa does for a living. Like, did you really want to kill grandma and bury her body in the woods?
Well, isn't it funny that...
You wanted to take her off a bridge? What?
Well, he's going to... I don't think he's going to change anything because all of the stuff is already out there.
It's there.
I always thought it was weird. Jay-Z said he didn't like singing 99 Problems anymore because he said he never worried about the word bitch until he had a daughter.
Right.
And I was like,
He's about to become one in prison anyway, so what does he care?
hot take.
Yes.
Maybe.
Shots fired. I
Pew, pew,
like
pew,
it.
pew. Well, with them, it's true though. You think it's obviously he had to have those conversations with his daughter too. He was probably like asking all these questions at a certain point. But now, as a grandparent, life is probably a little different, right? You want to
Sure.
make the best impression. Be like, I didn't spit on anyone's shit in Burger King. I swear to God, It was just for a music video, and Vicodin never did it.
Yeah.
Never took it. Don't take it, kid.
You remember when I said Shady will fucking kill you? Yeah, that was a character.
Is he Grandpa Shady? Grandpa Marshall?
Gramps.
Remember
Does he go
when-
with like a cool nickname?
Remember when I eviscerated Machine Gun Kelly? Kill shot. You remember? Just maybe don't listen to that for a while.
Well, I mean, hey, I was obviously very young when my grandfather was in his prime. So I've never heard anything but stories about how my grandfather conducted his life and how successful he was in business and stuff.
Yeah.
But even at the time when I was young, when they would tell me, oh, granddad's out doing this or doing that, it didn't really matter to me. Like, to me, he was just granddad, even though he was a big deal. I imagine it's going to be the same for this grandkid. At some point, Haley and her husband there are going to say, hey, we're going over to Grandpa Marshall's house. And what's the kid gonna? The kid doesn't know that he's the Eminem. Mm-hmm. He's just gonna ask kid questions like, "Is Uncle Dre gonna be there?and shit like that?"
Yeah.
Is Uncle Dre gonna be there?
Well, seriously,
Uncle Fitty.
Is Uncle Doctor coming over? Hey, happy for them. That's
for
great
sure.
news. It's
No,
exciting news.
It's good news.
Did you
It
like
is.
the way they revealed it?
I thought
So
it was cute.
cute.
I thought it was adorable. Yeah.
Can you explain for anybody who didn't see the reveal?
Eminem is a big Detroit Lions fan. In fact, he and Haley, his daughter, go to games together, which is cute. And so she got a Lions jersey made up. On the back, it says Grandpa #1. And then when he unfolded it, a sonogram image popped out. So he knew, wait
That's
a
cute.
minute. And then his jaw just dropped. And he started to tear up. It was cute.
Did I show you my reveal? Like the gender reveal that we did?
I didn't even know you did a gender reveal.
I didn't want to do one, but it was one of those. The family was over, and Chris was like,
Yes. I remember because you happened to be hosting or something
Yeah, I
like
was.
that. And they were
Yeah.
all at your place.
It's the only time I've been able to
Yes,
get
and-
everybody to come to my house.
Yes.
Like, my wife's pregnant. I don't want her driving all over the place.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah. So we did baseball, and balls thrown to me in the yard, and I hit the baseball, and poof, pink came out. But what I did,
I'm amazed you hit it.
dude, I had to adjust the body to
Really?
make sure I hit it. The throw was not good.
I bet the pressure was on. If you miss,
The throw
You get
was
one
not
swing.
good.
if you miss the gender reveal ball, you're just
Awkward.
That's terrible.
You just get a puff of pink on the floor. You're like, no, that's great. Cool,
There
she's
it
going to be
is.
a floor baby.
But Ross Atkins wants to talk to you.
Yeah, at this point. But what I did is I sunk it. I used the audio and I synced it up to the call when Batista hit the bat flip home run. It's so good.
Perfect.
It's so perfect.
I love it. Love it. Would you say that Vogue is a good authority on fashion, Dave?
Yeah, I think they're fashion forward.
Fashion forward. Okay, good way to put it. Vogue here, not us. Vogue
Okay.
says that the hot new fall trend this year is bathrobes.
Now, what does Vogue know?
Bathrobe,
He takes back what he
That's
said.
right. I take back everything.
bathrobe inspired.
They're fashion backward is what they are.
Bathroom inspired dresses keep popping up on red carpets, they say. Angelina Jolie was the latest. Rihanna did it, and many, many others. So they say, and the New York Post agrees too, they call it post-pandemic unpretentiousness. More and more people will be going out in fashionable bathrobes. Could you get behind it?
What is it? It's a fluffy coat. Basically, that's all. That's all.
I'm
it's-
going to
that's
just
all
show
it
you.
is.
Like, it actually does look like a bathrobe. Here's an example of Angelina Jolie.
You're gonna show me this? Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah.
it does. It does look like a bathrobe. And Rihanna's worn one similarly. I don't know if there's there's no picture of
I
her in
probably
this one.
wouldn't have thought it was a bathrobe until somebody had said it to me though. Like, looking at that, it didn't.
Yeah, it just looked like a fuzzy coat.
Well, there's all kinds of knockoffs out there, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to get the Angelina bathrobe dress. You could just get a bathrobe.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
I go, wait, hold on. Let me just say this. Angelina Jolie walks in dressed like that, and everyone's like, ew, let's take pictures. I walk into a store with a bathrobe, and all of a sudden I'm kicked out.
Yeah.
Get out, sir.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
filthy pervert.
All I hear is, sir, this is a Wendy's. You need to leave. Like, come on.
At first I thought this is crazy, but then I watched how much we've devolved over the years. Back in the day, like 20, 30 years ago, people went to work and it almost didn't even matter what they did. Unless they were doing physical labor or working in the trades, you wore a suit to work.
Remember flights?
Flights, people used to get dressed up
People
for
used-
flights.
yeah.
Because
people-
flights used to be good, though.
People used to dress up like formal wear to go on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you see it's like avocado pajama pants and Crocs.
People
and
literally wear their neck pillows through the airport like it's a scarf.
wearing a bum equipment sweater with a Chipotle sauce stain on it. You're like, I don't care.
The last airport viral video I saw, somebody was in the waiting area wearing a shirt that said, "Let me see that butthole."
Let me see that
At the airport.
No.
Yes.
Why
Yes.
specifically
Oh,
the
that's awful.
butthole?
I don't know.
It's not even like, let me see your butt. Like, it's like, let me see your butthole.
Let me see that anus. That anus gape.
I want to see it winking at me.
So creepy. It's true, but flying used to be distinguished. Like,
Flying,
Yeah.
refined.
now it's trash. Like, I mean,
It's like taking the bus.
Well,
right?
Spirit Airline is like, it's like a Greyhound in the sky.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty basic.
It's pretty basic.
I don't remember which airline it was. It was like in the last couple of years. I swear that the handrest had like the space where the old ashtrays were built
Yeah.
in. Like it was
Oh,
still.
yeah.
I'm like, this plane is very old.
That's an uneasy feeling if you go on a plane
sure
and they have
is.
ashtrays.
Red flaggy, right?
Ooh.
It sure is.
Yeah. And then what do they do with those planes that are that old?
Yeah, where do they go? Like, is there
Flare.
an air? I was gonna say, is there a recycling plant? But I guess you're right.
Actually, the Competition Bureau has obtained court orders for Canada's two biggest airlines, WestJet and Air Canada, to produce records and answers about questions about barriers to entry into airline competition. They want performance metrics and agreements that they've signed with airports and other airlines. I'm very curious to hear what kind of a deal WestJet has made with Pearson, for example, so that they only fly into Pearson and ignore Hamilton and Kitchener in the area. Things like that. We're going to find all that out. Something here before we get to the parenting thing. Did you see the discussion about the forest fire in Jasper in the House of Commons this week?
Yes, a little bit. I turned it off.
For those, and there's a lot of people out there, people that don't understand the carbon tax, for example.
Yeah.
There's people who don't understand climate change. And there's also people out there, like myself, who never understood how forest fires happen. Now, in my case, with a very limited amount of experience starting up the fire in the backyard, I find it very difficult to start a fire. You got to put kindling in and the log starter and throw some newspaper in there and all sorts of stuff to get a fire going. And that's just for one piece of a tree to catch fire. So I never understood how forest fires work until our prime minister explained this week how forest fires work. Listen to this.
Here's Pierre Poilievre first, and then you'll hear Trudeau.
Officials who said that the mass buildup of fuel in the Jasper Valley as a result of dead trees needed to be addressed through controlled burns and other clearing methods, and also preparation so that we would have the ability to fight the fire if and when it ever started. All of this is documented in email correspondence and now testimony at a parliamentary committee. Instead of taxing Canadians into poverty, why didn't he fight forest fires?
Jasper was one of the most fire-smart communities in the country. Over the past years, residents and leaders within Jasper have been exemplary in making sure they were doing everything they could to protect their community. This fire, Mr. Speaker, was a treetop fire. It jumped from treetop to treetop and through flaming pine cones kilometers ahead of it, which is what set this burn. This is a result of climate change, Mr. Speaker. Climate change. He doesn't want to fight.
Yeah! Punctuate anything with a yelling word and it works.
Do we need to still say here? Like, can
Like,
we
wait,
stop?
wait.
Like, you say here.
I like ice cream. And you're like, yeah, that guy likes ice cream.
Man, that would be interesting, though. Like, I would watch that. If you want to fight about ice cream, I'll watch it.
Can I tell you, I hate watching the House of Commons.
Isn't it so bad?
There's nothing gets done. It is so frustrating to watch.
Yeah. Like, shut the fuck up.
Mr. Speaker. I'm like, can
I
you
know.
act like adults
I
and
don't
get
like it
something
either.
done?
I feel anytime I watch it, like you guys are just laughing at us and pissing away our tax dollars. I feel like I'm losing money watching you guys act like
And
jackasses.
brain cells.
Yes, it's awful.
So let's circle back on that. For those who don't know how a forest fire is started, you could have a treetop fire, as the prime minister said, with flaming pine cones. Now, I've never seen a pine cone burst into flames and shoot kilometers through the air and ignite another tree on fire. I've never seen that.
Maybe it's like popcorn.
It could be like popcorn.
I mean, I've never seen it either.
I've
It
never
could be
seen it.
true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Flaming pine cones. Now, this is going to be a beautiful weekend. No doubt some people are going to go for a little walk in the forest or something like that. Is there an imminent danger that if you're just walking through a conservation area in Hamilton or something that pine cones could just spontaneously combust and attack you?
I don't think they're going to spontaneously combust, are they?
Doesn't that sound
Well,
like
it's climate change, though. Maybe. if it's the right temperature outside, they might, and then they can apparently go kilometers
Just
in
like
the air,
iPhones. They're
flaming.
just blowing up like crazy.
Doesn't it sound like a little bit of a burlesque show? The flaming pine cones are coming to town.
Flaming pine
Yeah.
cones.
Like a real shitty rock band.
Yeah. Hey, we're the
Yeah.
flaming pine cones. Here's our latest hit, Tree.
Treetop. Treetop trickers.
I read a real great thread on Reddit. It is moms and dads asked a simple question. Do you remember what your world was like before you brought kids into it? And what do you miss about the time before you had kids? This is great because all of us have kids at various ages. My kids are in their 20s. Cats are in their primary school years. And Dave, you've got a toddler at home.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remember the time when it was just you and your wife before your daughter was born?
100%.
Kat, what about you? Before the girls
Of
were born,
course.
you and your husband, you used to go out and do stuff, and you were a fun, active couple. And now things have changed, right?
Or it takes a village if you do want to actually do things.
This
I will
is true,
say that.
too.
But
Yeah.
yes, there's a bunch of things that are, of course, different.
When they asked parents, what do you miss from the time before the kids were born? The number one thing was disposable income.
Money.
Money.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I could understand why. That would be the case. The most important one for me, I think, was spontaneity. You lose the, hey, let's go grab dinner. Because then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, we got to pack up the kids. And did you pack enough snacks? Did you grab a bib? Did you do this? Did you do that? So, or it would be like, I would get home from work at like, say, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And my wife would go, do you want to go to the Jays game? Yep, let's go. And leave immediately.
Yeah.
Can't do that now.
Can't do that.
Because you can't. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So
and sure, for those who say you can. Yeah, but like you said, it's an ordeal. It's a whole thing. For me, it's like, get your shoes on. I told you to get your shoes on. Wait at the door. No, don't walk through the house with your shoes on. I said just wait at the door. We're just finishing packing things. Did you get your water bottle? I asked you to get your water bottle. Why are you taking your shoes off? You're going downstairs to get something? Why didn't you get that before? Did you go pee?
Yeah.
Did you pee yet? I told you to go pee a while ago. Okay, take your shoes off, go pee, and then put your shoes back on. It's a thing,
does that
right?
sound fun? Does any of that sound like,
And
yes, I
then
can't wait to get to the game?
Can't wait to go. Yeah. If it was this fun leaving, can't wait to be there.
Right?
Second is leaving the house at a moment's notice without having
There
to
it is.
consider
Yeah.
or arrange anything.
Yeah.
Yes. A couple other ones that made the list. There's 100 things that parents came up with, by the way.
Oh, that list is very thorough.
Going to the bathroom uninterrupted.
Yes, that's me. They could they don't care about my husband. Like my husband could be home and available in the kitchen, staring right at them. They will literally walk right by, sometimes ask him, "Where's mom?" and then come into where the bathroom is. My oldest has also learned how to unlock doors from the outside.
Oh, really?
Well, you know those ones
She's
at
a smart
home.
girl.
You know those ones at home that you just like flick over, right? It's just like all you need is a penny or a nail. So she'll just unlock it. And mom, I'm like, do I get no privacy in here? So yeah, that's definitely one thing.
You need a bathroom in the bathroom.
Honestly,
You know,
or
like a secret
just
bathroom, like pull the
deadbolt or
the
something.
shower wall is actually like open.
Secret hidden toilet.
Yeah,
I like that. A door
Yeah.
within a door.
that's a good way to go.
How about this one? Being able to arrange things like vacations and getaways and not having to do it around the school calendar.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
yeah. I usually tend to just be like, meh.
Well, for a long time, when you're not in school until you have a kid, you forget when March break is usually.
Right.
You know,
That's true.
I think your schedule changes entirely, and you may not even
Yeah.
think about it beforehand. Like we know somebody at work here who's pregnant, and every day we have a different conversation about the things that are going to change for her, and she's like, "Oh yeah,"
Didn't think about that
I'm
one.
like, "But it's going to be amazing."
But it'll be great.
You're gonna love it.
It'll be great. Best decision you ever made.
Snacking on treats without having to share them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
doesn't bother me. At this point,
I don't care. You know what the thing is too? It depends. If your kids are picky, like for me, I'm like eat whatever you want. Like if you want to eat something, you want to try something new that it happens to be mine, unless there's alcohol in it, sweetie, then you may go ahead and try it. No, you may not touch mommy's special drink on weekends.
Being able to go up and down stairs without having to walk over a gate.
Oh, you're probably at
I
that
almost
stage
bought
right
the
now.
farm yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dangerous having kids.
Foot catches on the gate, and next thing you know, you're about 3 inches away from the floor with your nose. You're like, oh, thank God I landed it this way.
Being able to go to a movie, an adult movie.
That's high on my list.
Is it?
Because it's twice. I mean, thankfully, like I said, it takes a village, but some people don't have that village. You know what I mean? Some people don't have those people they can call up. I'm lucky that my parents are close by. My husband's parents are close by. His sister is close by. They don't have kids, so they love watching our kids. That's the only time we can see an adult movie, and then okay. If they can watch you for a bit, we can actually go see Beetlejuice. Great.
Nice.
Not having to listen to the same 5 songs over and over on repeat.
The wheels on the bus.
The phase that Dave's in right now is especially like that. Once they get to the part where they
Round and round.
eventually she'll like music or maybe close to music you like at least. It does get there now. Now my kids won't listen to baby music, they call it. They're like, yeah, this is a kid, but I don't like that anymore.
I do find myself like humming along to certain songs.
Oh, it
baby
happens.
songs and stuff like that.
It happens.
Do you ever second guess yourself and think, maybe we could play this on the radio?
Oh no. But sometimes I think about it, I'm like, I could imagine a radio station that just played kids songs. Maybe the most popular radio station
It
around.
might be.
100%.
It might be.
How about being able to discuss things openly without having to talk in code because little ears?
I'm not there yet.
You'll get there, I think.
She's getting close though, because she's talking now a little bit, and we're like, probably
Is she
not going to say
understand?
that.
Yeah, you're safe for a little bit longer.
I
I'd
swear
say.
the other day she said shit a bunch of times.
She
She's
might
like,
have.
"Shit, shit, shit,
She is your daughter.
shit."
wouldn't put it
It's my
past her.
wife. She has the sailor's mouth, not me.
Really?
Oh yeah.
No, she's an angel.
With a potty mouth. Because you know what she does, and pardon this because it's a lot of swear words in a row, but she does a thing where if she swears in front of the kid or a kid, her nephews, whatever it may be, she'll be like, yeah, the fuck, shit, sorry, fuck, damn it, shit. And I'm like, stop talking, just stop.
Oh my God.
And then she'll try to cover it up, like she stubs her toe or something. She'll be like, shit, fuck, sugar. I'm like, the last word wasn't a swear word, but the first three were. Like, so you didn't save yourself.
It's a roundabout way to get there, but you made it. Good for you.
You did it.
Being able to travel light when you go away.
Good one.
You know, there was a time when you may have been able to go with just a carry-on. Now you're checking 2 giant suitcases and a
Car
goddamn
seats.
stroller and a
Can't.
car seat and everything
Yeah.
else.
Or a booster, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Then a bumbo chair because there's no high chair where you're going or whatever it may be. Seriously, this.
Coloring books and crayons and stuff to keep them occupied. And then the chargers for the other things to keep them occupied. There's just so many things.
You know, you better have an imagination, kid. That's all I'm saying.
You know, we used to do when we were kids. Look out the window.
Look out the goddamn window.
We used to race raindrops on the windows.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Now you need an iPad with like a big giant plastic guard on it.
With updates too, because
Yes.
they will notice when you didn't download everything they wanted that's recent.
True. Yeah.
A little bit of food news before we go. I'm going to say this new, I guess it's an invention. I don't know. But give me your instant reaction. Salsa cereal.
Oh, no.
What you do is Julian Edelman, former New England Patriot, great, sort of is the guy behind this, and now Tostitos is in on it as well. They say you take a handful of tortilla chips and you crumple them up into a bowl. Then you throw in a couple spoonfuls of salsa, and it feels like you're eating cereal.
It's so dumb.
What is going on?
There was, what product was it? It was at the radio station this week or last week. Somebody was in with something that tastes like something else. What the hell was it?
Was
Do
it
you
like
remember?
these collabs like Coca-Cola and
Yes,
Oreo?
that's what it was. It was the
Yeah.
Coca-Cola Oreos or the Oreo Coca-Cola. That's what it was. And somebody here was trying to get me to taste it, and I go, I don't want that. And they go, oh, but it like kind of tastes like Oreos. I go, then I'll have an Oreo. I don't understand this obsession with companies making things that taste like other things. I'm like, your chips were good already. You didn't need to make it taste like something else. Why are we constantly trying to make things taste like other things when those other things are readily available? What's with the mac and cheese KFC thing?
That's a weird one for me. I
That's
haven't
strange.
tried it. I don't know who's into it, but presumably there's somebody listening right now, probably in jail, that really likes that shit.
That's what they serve. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm like, so what? Oh, this mac and cheese tastes like KFC. It doesn't really, but it maybe faintly. But what's the point? I think I want Kraft Dinner to taste like Kraft Dinner. I don't know. Maybe call me old fashioned.
Then why do you put condiments on stuff? You put ketchup and relish maybe on a hot dog because you want the hot dog to taste like ketchup and relish, not like a hot dog.
Well, that's accompaniment. That's not mashup.
An accompaniment? Is that what you're going with?
Ketchup goes with it. It doesn't change everything about it.
Do you put ketchup on mac and cheese?
Leftover mac and cheese.
Oh,
A distinction
fresh.
without a difference.
Not French. Or not fresh, I should say.
Why? Why is it different when it's fresh?
Because it tastes different when you have ketchup on reheated ketchup.
it dries out. It dries up a little bit. Is that it?
I'm telling you, I won't put ketchup on fresh KD, but it will go on any leftover or anything like that.
Look at us just casually throwing around the term fresh when we're talking about Kraft Dinner, eh? That's, I don't know if I would put that in the fresh food category necessarily.
What I mean is a freshly cooked box. Is that a better way to say it?
when the cheese pouch was just opened and sprinkled on.
When I dangled the pouch a little bit to make sure all the powder went to the bottom. Is that what we're talking about here? Test a noodle and make sure it's soft enough.
It's 2024, by the way. Why are we still doing that packet of cheese powder? There's got to be a better way.
Yeah, there has to be a better way. I don't know what it is, but there has to be.
Boy,
Yeah.
if I had just a little more time in the day, I could solve all those problems.
I don't know. But can you answer that question? Why do we want things that taste like other things all the time?
I've always said that about some things that are just original. Oreo is a good example of that, but I know people love it. Like you go to the States, and you guys know, you've been there before. There's aisles and aisles of Oreo flavors.
Oh, yeah,
like
there's-
to me,
yeah.
like the original Oreo is fine. Why do we need to? But I think that it really, obviously, that works and the marketing for it works. I think it doesn't hurt to get like Coca-Cola and Oreo out there. It's just a marketing thing, right? It's just to get the words flowing. And now you're thinking about Coca-Cola and you're thinking about Oreos.
For those who don't know, on the Scott and Cat radio show, on Friday mornings, we do something called Flyer Friday. And it's a neat contest. I don't think anybody's stolen it yet. And what we do is...
Yet.
They will. What we do is we give you a product that's on sale in one of the flyers this weekend. Then we give you another product, and you just tell us if it's more or less expensive. One of the items that we had today, and I do this to myself every year. Every year, I almost talk myself into buying a turkey deep fryer.
Yeah, I've been same thing. I'm with you.
Oh, you could share one.
Thanksgiving is next weekend. And I don't know if this is going to be the year when I pull the trigger and get the turkey deep fryer, but have you ever deep fried a turkey?
I have helped deep fried turkey. I've never been in charge of one.
It looks like a lot can go wrong. Have you ever done it?
I've never done it. But honestly, like I would rather not eat turkey in general or think about turkey that much. I'm not a big turkey fan.
You're
is
weird.
the only thing.
You're weird like that.
Is it not moist
Is
enough?
that weird? It's not moist enough, as a matter
succulent?
of fact. No.
It's not like...
Doesn't get me excited for the day.
Sounds moist.
That does sound very wet.
Yeah.
Some people hate that word. I just cringed some people
You
out.
did.
Moist and succulent in one sentence.
Wow, time already. Who do we owe an apology to?
We already did Clive Owen. He deserves a standalone, so we're not even going to repeat that. But people with heads who haven't had a head massage, suit-wearing people on airplanes, we are apologetic for schlubbing up the experience with our pajama pants. Sorry to trees and everyone who needs one. Can we make amends with flaming pine cones, Mr. Speaker? Is that an option?
Hey, here.
It's like a bunch of orangutans in the background.
I'm surprised someone hasn't started throwing feces. Like, that's how bad it's gotten there.
That's how the forest fire started.
Flaming feces?
Flaming shit.
That's what it was, from the House of Commons.
I feel like they are just 1 or 2 debates away from an all-out fucking bench-clearing brawl at the House of Commons, and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Let's scrap it out.
Parents and kids, just in general, I think you're owed an apology for this podcast.
Yeah.
Regrets to Oreos. We don't want you to taste like Coca-Cola and vice versa. And finally, Mike Tyson, you deserve an apology, not for any reason in particular, but just because it's a good idea.
Lastly, happy birthday weekend to you, Dave.
Yeah,
what are you doing for your birthday?
Not golfing with me this afternoon.
Oh, you said no to
on.
Scott?
Come on.
You turned him
Said no
down?
to me.
Did you say hell no?
He turned it down.
This is going to be a full circle podcast moment. Can you... should I tell why I said no? He texted me this morning and asked me if I
Of
wanted...
course you should. I'm here for this drama. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Tell me everything.
He
Because
texted
he
me
too is a little bitch.
He texted me this morning around, 8? Somewhere around there?
It was like 7 a.m. I think.
Something like that. He said, can you golf this afternoon? And I said, I can't. I'm going to the spa.
Are you going back to get your head rubbed?
Not the... No, it's a different spa. No, it's...
So yes.
Yeah, it's a spa
Polish
treatment.
it this time.
Hot to spin on that thing. I want to see my reflection in it.
Dave's walking.
Also, are you an RMT?
Yeah.
Dave's walking past that wedding mannequin like, woo, walking on sunshine.
Yeah. That's the song that's playing in my head when I walk out of there. And I'm gonna feel good. Hey, yeah.
So other than paying for your scrote cradle, what else do you have
My what?
going
Sorry,
on?
my what cradle?
Your scrote cradle.
Scrote cradle?
What a gross way to put it.
Scrote cradle?
My goal is to now gross as many people out with the end of this podcast as possible.
Wait, hold on. I've
sick-
never heard scrote
I just made
cradle.
it up on the spot. You know, a scrote cradle. Go ahead, do the show him. Show him, Scott. What is a scrote?
What am I
cradle?
showing him? My scrotum?
Please
I
don't.
don't think so.
Please don't.
I'm probably not going to do that. Not in the office anymore.
Is that
not
a-
in this climate.
Is that a device you buy? Is it a scrote cradle? Like, what is that? Is
It
like
should be.
Is it like a shoehorn to get it in your underwear? Like,
Yes, it's like an add-on for when you buy sacks.
like when you have one of those big sacks. Yeah, you're like, all right, let's get the shoehorn.
It's
get those
actually
in.
just found in nursing homes. Like,
Yeah.
Can somebody bring down the scrote cradle?
got an extra flaccid individual here.
Yeah. Peter's all tangled up in the bed sheets again.
are you doing anything else?
You know what? I never plan my birthday weekend.
Okay,
it's just
so
sort of
you're gonna see.
Yeah. I just go with the flow.
Is this a
Happy
milestone?
No,
No, I don't know.
none of them are anymore.
You're like, who cares?
You hit a certain one and you're like, that's
Don't
the last
care.
milestone one. For the rest of
Well-
them, it's the anniversary of that day.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. I'm celebrating the anniversary of my 40th birthday. So
Sounds good.
that's what I'm saying.
Well done. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you kindly.
And everyone, we will see you Monday with a brand new After 9.
Tesla has issued a recall for 27,000 Cybertrucks due to an issue with the rear view camera. Apparently, whenever it's on, you can see all the people laughing at you. McDonald's announced it will begin offering the Chicken Big Mac. It's like the original Big Mac and contains roughly the same amount of beef.